afternoon and welcome into the first installment of the Mojo Italiano Experience. I am your humble host. You're going to learn that's not true. There's not very much humility, but we're going to go with that endearing saying for the time being. But it is going to be a great start to what's going to be a symbiotic and a wonderful relationship that we have together on this particular channel. So today, we're going to touch on all kinds of things. We talk about all kinds of things on this show because it's not going to be all politics. It's not going to be all entertainment. It's not going to be anything. It's going to be a potpourri of goodness, and you're just going to absolutely love it. It's going to be a must run to your computer every time that something comes out. I promise you, it's going to be that good. Well, that's probably going to be a lie. It might end up being terrible, but you might watch it because it's so bad that you just can't turn away, like a car accident or a Creed video, something like that. But today, I wanted to touch on a few things. You know, we got some politics going on. We got stuff in the world of entertainment. We got business. We got all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm going to touch on what the White House press secretary, Sean Spicer, commented a little bit on some immigration stuff as he was asked today. Also going to hit on something that the Starbucks CEO said about marriage equality and what he expects from his customers at his billion establishments that are all across the street from each other. Also, how about Chris Brown getting another restraining order from another ex-girlfriend? Boy, it's like a broken record there. And, we're going to lighten it up towards the end of the show with a few little special tidbits for you. But first, I want to talk a little bit about what White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer talked about today regarding the immigration law. We'll have that clip for you right now.
Mass deportation?
No.
Not at all.
This isn't, look, I think what we have to get back to is understanding a couple things. There's a law in place that says, if you're in this country illegally, that we have an obligation to make sure that the people who are in our country are here legally. What the order sets out today ensures that the million or so people that have been adjudicated already, that ICE creates a system of prioritization, and make sure that we walk through that system in a way that protects this country. This is consistent with everything the president has talked about, which is prioritizing the people who are here, who represent a threat to public safety or have a criminal record. And all this does is lay out the exact procedures to make sure that that subgroup of people who pose a threat to our nation because of a conviction or a violation of public safety or have a criminal record are adjudicated first and foremost. That's it, plain and simple.
So I think he lays it out pretty straightforward right there. It's, for all the faults that the administration has and all the weaknesses they've shown so far, they've been pretty straightforward about the immigration process. Now, a lot of the left, it goes in one ear and right out the other, and they just have to have something to go and march in the streets about. But I don't understand how anybody would have a problem with what he said. I'm sure people are going to be griping because it's just going to be like, oh, well, that's just not right, and you're going to send the wrong people back. And basically what it boils down to is he's correct. If you're here illegally, no matter what way, no matter how long, technically you've been breaking the law. So it's, if somebody's been a bank robber for 20 years and they finally get caught after 20 years, they're still going to go to jail. Or maybe they did one thing 20 years ago and they're still going to get caught. I mean, they're going to go to jail. It's still illegal. It doesn't matter. So that's basically what they're saying is there are laws. Like, it is still breaking the law regardless of how, long somebody's been here, no matter how long anybody's done any of these things, they're still technically breaking the law. And it was good to hear something come out that clear, straightforward, and said, hey, this is what it is. We're taking out the criminals. They don't want to necessarily get rid of people that aren't doing anything wrong. But technically, if you're here illegally, especially if you're committing crimes, and obviously I don't think anybody wants anything like that to happen, you're going to get deported. You're going to be gone. I don't think you want those people in the country anyway, no matter if they have kids here or not. If they're committing crimes, literal crimes in the country, I think it's safe to say that people can just shut the fuck up about that and send the people back that are violent criminals or anything of that nature. That's how that's going to go. So that's pretty much all you can really say about that situation. It's just that the viewpoints of people are really skewed on and divided on the two ends of the people talking about it. It's like, it doesn't matter either way. What technically Spicer said there was the correct thing that you're supposed to say in that situation. Nothing radical, nothing off the wall, nothing crazy. That's just what you have to do and you have to say in that situation. pretty straightforward, and I actually kind of like that. Kind of enjoy what he said there. And moving on to things in kind of in the business world, but also kind of stream into the politics. Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz had some interesting comments about marriage equality today, and or really the last couple of days. And he's kind of doubling down on the stance that he had for 2013, where basically says that if you are a customer and you don't believe in the equality of marriage, so, gay marriage and things like that, that you're not welcome in their stores. Unless somebody's coming into their stores with a it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve shirt, I think they're safe to say you're not even going to know. People just, hopefully, and this is a realm of where everybody has to talk about their political beliefs, because it's the super fad thing to do, is everybody's all of a sudden political, when 2 or 3 years ago they didn't really give a crap. But all of a sudden now everybody has an opinion on politics, including CEOs and actors and singers and athletes and all these things. And it's great to have that. It's perfectly fine. But when you can marginalize some of your customer base for not believing in something, saying they're small-minded, well, that's small-minded of you, Howard Schultz. So just shut up. That's stupid. It's a stupid thing to say. The thing is the majority of people don't really care about gay marriage being legal or not. I can honestly say I don't care. People can get married, whoever you are. It doesn't matter if whoever you want to marry, man, woman, not child, obviously, but man, woman. It doesn't matter. Just get married. If you love somebody, marry them, and you could be miserable or happy or wherever how it goes in your marriage. But saying that people aren't welcome in your stores because they may not agree with gay marriage is basically singling out people and not offering equality for anyone. Everybody has their own viewpoints. I always tell people this. If you don't agree with gay marriage, it doesn't matter what you believe. Let people do what they want to. You can still disagree with it, even though it's legal. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to tell people that you don't like it. Just disagree with it and move on with your life, because I guarantee you, if you just walk down the street or you just go and have fun and enjoy life, you're not even going to know that gay people are getting married. And unless, you just happen to walk across a gay wedding one day, it could happen. But either way, Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz, I just think that you just go back to your large office and enjoy the piles of money that you can dive into Scrooge McDuck style, because that's what I would be doing right now. Moving on into the entertainment world, probably the least shocking thing of the entire day was that a judge has ordered Chris Brown to stay away from his ex-girlfriend, Karrueche Tran. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I'm going to butcher your name and I don't really give a shit. But he has to stay 100 yards away from her and have no contact, because it seems that Chris Brown does not have a really good track record with not beating the holy hell out of women. Not exactly sure why that is, but it does show you that the enduring color in this country that really matters above all is green. Okay, green matters above all, because if Chris Brown is working at a gas station and beating the hell out of women, not all these women are going to keep going after him. Sorry to say that it's all of the money thing. That's why he keeps getting women, and it doesn't matter. So everybody out there thinking, it's like, I don't know, it's weird, but it seems to be that it's famous people and rednecks can somehow always still find women after they've continually beat the crap out of them. I'm not exactly sure how that works. Must be some kind of weird charm thing going on there, but it's very odd. But it's still strange. Chris Brown has now also until March 9th to surrender any firearms that he has, which it's like, if you have that kind of track record, it's like, dude, just don't even have a water gun at your house, because you're just the way it goes. It's like every few months, like, well, Chris Brown's been arrested again for something. Just don't even do anything. I would seriously just sit at your house, play video games, maybe make some songs and put them out on the internet, because it's just this whole going out in public thing and meeting people, you're not very good at it. But I was kind of getting a little bit excited about this potential boxing match that he had with Soulja Boy, but of course that's going to be off, because that was never going to happen. But I was hoping, maybe hoping a little bit about it. But I was like, if you just put Soulja Boy in a wig, I mean, Chris Brown's going to beat the shit out of him. You just put him any kind, like in a dress and a wig, it was over with. Chris Brown was going to maul that son of a bitch. It was going to happen. But, the things in life that we cannot attain, as a simple boxing match between two guys that have no business fighting anybody. They can just make songs about skeeting on women's back and putting a sheet on it. Soldier Boy, my goodness. Things are kind of depressing today, so I'm going to lighten it up a little bit for you as we start kind of winding down this small episode for the day. In a little segment that I like to call Make Your Day Like You Just Got Laid. It's going to make you so happy. You're going to laugh after we get through all the depressing news and the weird news. We're going to get into the good stuff. And Jeopardy host and fellow mustache enthusiast Alec Trebek showed us he can flow with the greats. Check this out.
Let's rap, kids. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Buy a chopper and have a doctor on speed dial, I guess. Mad City. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Young Money Militia, and I am the commissioner. You don't want to start wheezy, cause the F is for finisher. Panda, 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 panda. They mad, they ain't famous. They mad, they still nameless. But we still hood famous. Yeah, we still hood famous. Julia?
It was Kanye West.
Yes, and I hope I don't get an email from him. I was just getting into this rap thing. I'm not too good at it, but I was getting into it.
So if that doesn't make you smile and laugh and giggle and want to go and carry a child around, whether it's yours or not, just pick them up. It's a good day when you can hear Alex Trebek read off rap lyrics with such fervor. Oh, it's incredible. I really wish that I was smart enough to be on that show, and just please give me that kind of subject again. I want that category just to hear Alex Trebek rap again. I might listen to this clip all night because this is going to be a good one. And as always, from now on, we'll have a nice sponsor on this show. This segment of Make Your Day Like You Just Got Laid, brought to you by Fuckleby's American Cuisine, home of the world-famous Fuckle Fries. Delicious, I promise you. And we're going to close the show today. It's always we're going to go back and, make you have at peace with something and make you think about something at the end of each show with our In Remembrance. And today, as you can see, this day 10 years ago, this picture served as a reminder that no matter how many boners that someone can give you, they can always leave you with an innie. Rest in peace, bald, wild-eyed Brittany. Till next time, peace, bitches.